The R.A.D. Live podcast is intended for mature audiences and contains explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
3, 2, 1, 0.
This is me, Paul, TFG, Flinders, and you are listening to the return of Random Mass Discussion, not Rad Live. This I'm your host, and joining me this week we have the lost one himself, Adam Cox.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have somebody new. We have a new host.
Where is it? I'll raise my fist at them.
I thought you were having a stroke then. It just like, right, yes. That's a funny way to introduce me. I like that, with a stroke, yes. Hello.
Yes, I mean, if you've listened to the last episode that we did, which was the WrestleMania pubcast, you may recognise this voice as Not Daz.
It's the real Not Daz. The real Not Daz.
It's the real Not Daz.
The fake Not Daz that everyone's heard about.
But this is the real Not Daz, Anthony Dark.
Yes.
I kind of think you need to do like a full-on freestyle now, going, I'm the real Not Daz, and the Not Daz.
I think the last thing I need to do now is release a rap album. Although if it's going to be funded, then I'm all for it. But let's be honest, I might be deported with what I'm going to rap with.
Paul, should we chuck in a $5?
Yeah, I'm happy to chuck in a $5. So we've got a whole £10 budget right there.
That's enough on a Ryanair flight, isn't it?
Yeah, just about. You get there, but you have shit customer service.
Yeah. That sums up my life.
So yeah, boys, it's been a while since we've done any recording whatsoever, really. But R.A.D. specific, it's like I say, it's what, WrestleMania?
Well, an R.A.D. episode was February.
Yeah, official.
Right, so 6 months.
Yeah, about 6 months for a standalone R.A.D. podcast.
But we
who
did
won that WrestleMania predictions thing by any chance?
Oh, fuck off.
Yes, you did. Not Daz.
Yes.
The man who didn't put a quid in is like, yeah, I won. Like,
I was that confident I was going to win. I didn't have to. I was that confident.
It's like a Ladbroke free bet, isn't it?
Don't compare it to them shit houses, fuck me.
So
I give better odds.
Well, so at Christmas when you turn up and you're like, what's my $5? Like, yeah, we kind of spent it.
Yes, you get to join in with the crap sack this year.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not actually going to be that far off either.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, it's not that far off. I'll get married before then, though, so, you know. God fucking help me, what the stag do, Jesus Christ. Alan, bless him, who potentially could have been on this show. You know, we got Coxy there with his thumbs up on the webcam, the best man, organising it. And then we got Alan going, let's put him in a dress. Fuck you.
Hey, I wore an Aston Villa shirt with Darren Bent on the back, so come on. I tell you what, the first time I wore that shirt, it was I was warming up for a cricket match, and our scorer, Dave Coles, God bless his soul, probably one of the funniest men I've ever heard in my life, he reached out of his scorebox and he went, Anthony, is that a football player or a description of yourself on the back of your shirt there? Cheers, Colsey. Thanks for that. Didn't wear it since until my stag do.
As you do. Fucking hell. Oh, man. But yeah, Blackpool Stag News should be fun. It's gonna be an interesting one. I won't go into details of the plan in case we get a certain person who may listen to the show and won't go, can I join in? But yeah.
So, yeah, not Daz. Just stop listening now.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna involve a bit of golf and a bit of drinking. It's all good.
Sorry, I've just got this image of you know the Simpsons episode where they're in the treehouse and it says no homers. That's what I've got in the end.
Oh dear.
You can all just work out what I'm trying to get out there right now.
But yeah, like I say, I'm trying to keep it to the inner circle anyway, so it's one of them. But yeah, what have we been up to, fellas? It's been a while, and we have all been up to a fucking lot. I was going to say, we will let the newbie tell us what he's been up to first, and we'll go from there.
Oh, fantastic. Right, well, married in May, all grand and everything. It's fantastic.
So you've been married twice in May.
I like being married. No, I don't. I'm going to say I like being married twice in May. The fact that she's not divorced me yet is nothing short of a miracle. Because God bless this woman, she's taken one massive hit for humanity. I'll tell you that for free.
One for team.
Before we started recording, I was just telling informing about my speech that I put in. Obviously, my good lady wife has been married before, and on my wedding speech, I referred to said marriage before by opening up and saying, I'll quote myself here, to my friends and family, I'd like to say welcome. To Amanda's friends and family, I'd just like to say welcome back. Welcome back to this. You're all familiar with it. Yeah. But it's all right, because I turned to her and said, it's okay, love, everyone needs a practice run. which got a mixed reception.
All the best comedians get a mixed reception, though, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's just a shame I'm a shit comedian, really. That's the shame. Can't remember what else I said, because I know I said something else to offend people.
Sounds like our podcast.
The problem is I'm like waiting for like my speech and Paul and inevitably his future wife to be looking at me going like, if you turn this into a fucking podcast, like I will bury you in the dunes.
We're not that far away from the dunes either.
Exactly.
my best man Linton had I tell you what, the end of his speech was, don't forget, always remember the Liverpool position. Always stay on top for 90% of the time and end up coming second. And he said that in front of my mum, her dad, my sister, my friends and yeah. Which everyone howling.
It's alright, there's delivery man's off the pod and I just remember him pretty much the best man calling him an utter knobhead in front of the entire like reception room. And I've just been sat there like, well, so I could have said worse, but like to say, yeah, you're an utter knobhead in front of everyone, but we love you. Like
that was basically what everyone was thinking by the end of that night. By the end of the night, it just resulted in me and her uncle aunt join a massive cock in a bunker, which it was a good 20 foot, and it was the side-on view, not what I'd like to call a bird's eye view.
You do this with your own urine streams, though. Like, you draw one side, I'll draw the other. We'll meet in the middle.
This was after, it was mixed with, what was I drinking? Stowford Press they had on. And I had 2 of those before the actual ceremony. And then for the rest of the night, I remember a lager at one point, which I don't know why, because I hardly ever drink lager. And then several Guinnesses. And a few rummans and cokes, and next thing I know, I'm drawing a cock in a bunker. And for someone, I remember I just kind of charged towards the bunker like someone was going to get there before me. I get there before someone else has this brilliant idea. And then I hear in the distance my wife, still in the reception area, going, he's drawing a cock in a bunker. That's it, just tell all the bloody staff what I'm doing. Anyway, those early tee-offs got a bloody good surprise.
Just imagine some fucker raking that over, couldn't you? Fucking vandals.
It was very detailed, bell end and everything, you know.
They'll be getting a picture put on like the official Instagram as well, first of all.
Fucking veins drawn in with his finger.
Yeah.
Oh, now I tell you what, if we were sober enough, we would have done. But we just about got the outline and everything else in, and then everything just went out the window.
Yeah, because security came.
I'm saying that, I'm surprised he didn't, if I'm honest.
Oh, mate, to be fair, I went to a wedding last year at Fleetwood Football Club. This is like mid-August, and every time someone was like, I'll take a picture, and the staff were stood there like almost linking arms going, do not go on the pitch. And even I was stood like literally about an inch away from the pitch, like my heel was an inch away, and like, do not touch that pitch. I'm like, I'm an inch away, love. I am going nowhere near it after I've been warned 4 times already. Right.
You should have got over, if Christ was there, you should have whispered in his ear, push me over. Push me over.
I had a great experience at Fleetwood a few years ago, because they got that brand new stand and everything, and well, it's not brand new now. We got a box there for like a cricket end of season do. And this was kind of said, this was when I wasn't with my good lady wife, I was with someone else. And we had 2 very lovely blonde waitresses serving on us hand and foot. And there was several cupboards, but there was one unusually large cupboard that for some reason we named the BJ cupboard. Through no other motivation other than it looked like she could give a good blow in that cupboard there, and yeah, that was our motivation. And we 3 hours, what was it, 4 hours later, we wrapped up about 220 quid on Peroni, and yeah, and then we went into Blackpool, and the rest is history. In fact, I don't remember the rest. So
he got a blowjob in there, but it wasn't off the waitress. I'm trying to think of the end of the story here.
Let's not say what happened. Let's not. No. Let's not. No. What was the phrase? My good friend. Don't let the truth spoil a good rumour. That's a good one.
Oh dear me. So,
but in this case, please let the truth spoil that rumour.
So yeah, he got married and won a bet. What about you, Cry? Coxy even.
The fact you nearly got my fucking name wrong.
I know, my bad.
There was a panic in your voice, and it was fantastic.
It's like, Christ, it's been 6 months. Get my fucking name right.
Oh dear. I can't help it.
Shit.
I'm tired.
It's like a World War reunion, this. We're all like 80 years old and don't remember a damn thing.
Fucking Alzheimer's, what have you? Oh,
this
God.
is a very special Alzheimer's episode of R.A.D.
Oh, we're getting blocked, aren't we?
No, we're not going to remember this next week.
We're probably going to lose syndication, but it's okay because there's a time we went on like a full 20-minute rant about Instagram influencers and how they help models.
Yeah.
And all about gender what was the word? Gender
reassignment.
Is it gender reassignment or like people picking genders?
Yeah, that was it. And we just went on.
Sort of.
Me and Bunker went fucking mental, didn't we?
Yeah.
What? Hang on, whoa. So like, people just say, "I'm a woman."
Yeah.
I think to quote Bunker, it was, if I want to be a fucking panda, I'll be a fucking panda.
So it's like I could say I want to be a pelican.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Right, that's sorted out.
And shit like that. So, yeah. So we had Mania, we've had we saw Metallica, we saw Ghost. What else have I done?
You've done a lot more than me.
I really haven't. Everyone says to me, like, you have an amazing social life. It's like, I really don't. I sit at home a lot and play PlayStation 4. Like, so,
You see a lot of bands, to be fair.
yeah, I saw Crowbar at the Waterloo. They were really good.
I did fancy that, but I just didn't get round to doing it. You know what I mean? It's just one of them. Just real life gets in the way, sort of thing.
It is one of them at times.
Yeah.
I'm possibly seeing Crazy Town tomorrow.
Oh,
In Blackpool, of all places.
nice.
Get ready to go mental when Butterfly comes on. Fuck. What else have I done? Nothing noteworthy, evidently. Yeah, you'll see me keep muting it at some point though, because I'm coughing my guts up, like I'm about to.
Oh, yeah. Coxy is currently muted and coughing
There
his
we go.
guts
I'm
up.
back.
Yes, he was. He was coughing his guts up.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by the NHS.
Alzheimer's and coughing up lungs. I like it.
We're joking. NHS don't have enough money to sponsor people.
We're so getting fucking pounded out of Blackpool, aren't we?
This is my first and last episode of R.A.D.
You're assuming we get sponsorship in the first place. Like, people won't even put us on for a fucking show.
May I remind you, I got us that sort of little deal with Studio.
Well, yeah, but anyone could have got that. Like, even,
Yeah, true.
They work closely with elderly people by any chance. Because if they do, they probably won't want to work with us anymore.
But like, I'm seeing more and more bloody podcasts are popping up. Like, is it a Blackpool football player or someone, a former Blackpool football player going to like the Leighton Institute and doing a live podcast?
Yeah, because it's a new thing, isn't it? Well, it has
So,
been for years. But it's going to be oversaturated soon, so well, it already is. But we've been doing it for years.
Well, the No Sleep podcast is coming over to the UK, and they're actually doing a tour of like the UK.
Okay.
Which to me just baffles me, because I could have gone and seen them as part of like a pre-thingy at Britpod, the Pod UK last year, well, this year even.
Yeah.
No, but I chose not to, because I was like, your show confuses me, but it's like a creepypasta show. Like, have you listened to it before? I'm like, no. I'm like, oh well.
No, I've not listened to it, but I might give that a go. I quite like me a creepypasta, so might give that a go.
What else have I listened? What else have I done recently? So, I did a white collar again.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and me and Uncle nearly ejaculated when you did a black hole slam out of nowhere on Joey Hayes. It was lovely. Like, better than bleeding Joseph Parks black hole slam. It was nice.
And, even to the point, like, I managed to get a reaction out of Big T from doing a Japanese arm drag.
Yeah, it was like, where the fuck did that come from?
Something along the lines of, who the fuck taught him that? Is like, I learned off WWF Attitude on PlayStation 1.
The graphics couldn't have been that bad. God. But yeah, what have I been up to? I saw Metallica with you, and Alan, and Christ.
Yep.
And Ghost.
The Four Horsemen.
The Four Horsemen. As we were, yeah.
Alright, sorry, I need to do where is it? Fortune? Is it that one?
I've no idea.
Oh, it was that, yeah. I remember that.
Oh yeah, they're doing like the Fortune thing from TNA.
Which went really well along with everything else in that era, but let's not talk about that. Woo!
Just wait
still going on, damn it!
Just wait till Paul Stag do it. It's like, you got iced. What's that mean? It means you got to get down on your knee and chug your beer.
Oh no! But yeah, we saw Metallica. It was amazing. That was my second ever gig. that I'd ever been to was Metallica.
Yeah,
One
it's
off the bucket list.
Not often you can say, yeah, what was your first gig? CKY. Second, Ghost and Metallica.
Yeah, it's like, can I get any harder? I can only get so erect. Yeah, it weren't bad. I mean, CKY were like one of my childhood bands, and I thought that like Jackass that helped. And then obviously like, oh, Metallica's coming to Manchester. It's like, this may be the only time I get to go. Take my money now. So I shoved my money down Coxy's throat. Like, get me that ticket. He's like, please.
And he dispensed a ticket out of his arse, which was fantastic.
He's a very talented man. I would not be shocked. But
for my next trip,
the thing there is, though, not Dad. No one will ever believe you.
They will.
Oh dear.
Same thing I told Paul on the way to Manchester, printing his ticket off. He was like, no one will ever believe you. He's like, no, they won't.
But yeah, we got to see Ghost as well, which was like my second favourite band of all at the moment, so that was fun.
And I'm seeing them again in November.
Yeah, I can't go. I'm sad. I can't go. But not to worry.
You sounded genuinely depressed then. That really upset me.
Oh no,
that really upset me for a bit.
The thing here, not Dad, is it's not only the fact he can't go. It's the fact it's in Dublin and it falls on his birthday.
Yep.
Which is why he's even more depressed.
Yep. They're actually on my birthday. So.
Can you just describe his face to the audience sample in there?
Ooh. Like a bit of sour lemon.
Oh, I have as well.
Yeah, it was gutted because I did really fancy that gig as well, and it was in the the Aviva Stadium as well.
Oh.
No, it's the free arena on the riverfront.
Oh right, I thought it was in the Aviva for some reason.
Sorry then.
But it was they were absolutely fantastic in Manchester. But yeah, it's a shame I can't go, but I'd have loved it. But hey, I went to Manchester, loved that. I've not really done much else. It's just wedding planning really, and for some reason I decided to take up golf.
You stupid man.
Oh, you were playing golf beforehand, to be fair. You just sort
on
of
and off.
Back into it. Yeah,
I mean, I used to go. I got like years and years ago. I got like a set of golf clubs on eBay. Local. If you remember, years ago there used to be an app, but it was a local eBay app, and you could look it up for auctions locally. It was collection only, and normally you could get really good bargains on it. And I got like a set of golf clubs with like a bag. It had all like tees, balls, waterproof clothing. It had a trolley, full set of clubs, and it cost me £1. I managed to win it for £1.
Not bad.
And before we went on air, I showed Anthony my driver, which was the tailor-made one. So essentially, that tailor-made driver, that's what that club, that's one of the original clubs I got for £1. So that club essentially cost me around about 6p.
Can't argue with it.
Exactly. It's like it's 23-year-old club, but it's cost me 6p. And obviously, not long ago, I got another set of clubs. So I've obviously kind of upgraded, but not at the same time. I've just recently bought a new bag, so I'm slowly upgrading my equipment. And I thought, do you know what? I'm gonna go try and have a go at it again. And I think it was me partner's mate's partner, if that makes sense. He was like, right, I'm going to the golf. Do you want to come? I'm like, do you know what? Fuck it, I'll give it a go. Went on the 9-hole and was like, oh, actually, I'll give this a go. So I've been going every week. I didn't go last week, but the week before that, every week I got on there. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I ended up playing with a couple of randomers last time I went on. I had a bit of time to kill because the missus was at the fair with the kids and she was with her mates and stuff like that, and I would have been a spare part. So, do you want to just go on the golf and we'll meet up later? I thought, all right then. So I had about 2.5 hours to kill. So I decided to do 100 balls on the range in 2 rounds. And on the first round, after I'd done the 100 balls, this randomer was like waiting for his missus. And it's like, he asked me to go and play on. So I was like, all right, I'll start off then. Then his missus turned up and was like, all right, well, seeing as you was here first, you want to play first. Obviously, it's, you'd been waiting. You were here before me. You go first. I was like, all right, fair enough, cheers. And they just turned around to us and went, do you fancy playing with us? I thought, do you know what? Fuck it, I might as well. So I did that, and it was like, I was hitting like, I don't know what, I must have been possessed because I was playing really, really, really well. And like, it was only like I think it was like my fourth ever round at that point on any golf course ever. Apart from the putting greens, apart from that, not including those.
Yeah.
It was like, look, it turned to me because I think I bogeyed the fourth hole. And he was like, for someone who's only ever played the four times, you're playing really, really well. I thought, oh, don't flake my ego much. But I was like, oh, well, maybe there's something to this then. I thought, do you know what? I'll do all right. And went round, and I was like one shot off my best round. I thought, oh, okay then. So my second round, and I basically just fucking slapped it about. And yeah, it was.
I love that phrase. So, and I played so well, I just flapped it about, and then just had a great time.
Oh god!
Fucking...
I was just smashing it everywhere, and it was just I played awfully.
To be fair, on that course, I played that course. It was a Christmas or New Year with some friends. Last year, the year before, and I got really mad on like hole 4 or 5 because I was like, I'm doing really shit. I'm not going to like do anything, and I just ended up like hitting it and pretty much landed the green in one shot. I was like, how the fuck did I do that? So then I was trying to play angry for the rest of the game and couldn't do it again.
Oh god, which hole was it I hit? I think it was the 6th hole. And I'm trying to memorise the course now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it was the 6th hole. And I was just thinking about my shot, and we're just talking away to the guys like that. Obviously, I've got a club up because I haven't got. I can't hit the ball long that much. I've got a club up to get the distance. And, for example, the guy who I was playing with, he was hitting shots with like an 8 iron. I was having to use a 4 to get the same distance. And I just thought, you know what? I'll use the same club, a 4. And I just smashed it, and he was just like, wow. And I hit it like probably the best shot I've ever hit. And it just arrowed to the green. And he's like, and the guy next to me shouting like, stop. Because I used too much club on it, and it was going to go over the green. It hit the fucking stick from the tee and bounced off the green. I was fucking fuming because it would have been amazing if it just like landed on the green. Because it would have been no more than a couple of feet away from the hole, but the way it hit it just glanced off it and just went straight off. I was fucking fuming. But at the same time, I was well chuffed because I hit the fucking pin. So
that's probably harder than actually getting it in the hole.
I'd imagine, well, you think about it, it's a smaller target, a bit like punching me in the balls. But
and that's how we change topics now.
But yeah, I've been picking up golf, enjoying it, and went to Metallica. I'm still. If you live in Blackpool, just beware it. I'm beginning to start driving soon, like driving lessons. So, yeah, stay off the roads.
Oh hell.
Yeah, there was that one. It's not the first time I've done driving lessons. And once upon a time when I lived in Longridge, which you might recognise the name, Anthony.
Yes, I do. I've had many a good trips to Longridge. I remember a few years ago I played a cup final there. A cricket cup final. It's not that glorious, bloody hell. Anyway, this is when I must have been about 16 years old, and I had really long hair at this time. And I've come into bat. We won, by the way. I've come into bat, and there was about 8 or 9 drunk lads with this massive bass drum. And for the next 10 minutes, sang "Dude Looks Like a Lady" to me. I'll never forget him. Never forget. Yeah, I've wound a few people up in Longridge. I'm sure they're happy to have me back.
The place is a shithole. I lived there for about 2 years. It was a shithole. But yeah, completely.
The wickets are shit as well. I do hasten to add. Never. We have phrase never go back at Longridge because the ball can hardly piss him bounce. Honestly, you may as well roll it along the bloody floor. I'm going to have a massive rant about these arseholes now. Anyway, right. I love playing cricket, but I hated going to Longridge for numerous reasons. No phone signal, sort that out.
Yeah.
It was always freezing.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a record hot summer's day, and it will always be freezing. Always. Thirdly, the pitch wasn't great. And fourth, the team was so village. So village. They would wind you up on purpose. And I remember one time I was just batting, and I'm just giving the odd comment to myself, like, oh, that kept low, or that's come through a bit quick. And one of their guys has said to me, he just said to me, said, can you stop giving us like a running commentary of your innings? I was like, no, bloody hell, pal. he's a good 12 feet away from me. Like, how he heard me in the first place was unreal.
It's Longridge, mate. They're inbred. They've got superpowers.
So anyway, I've got out, and I've gone to walk off. So I've just kicked him and tripped him up on me way out, and I just sped off.
Fair play. But yeah, that was it. Yeah, because I was living up there, wasn't I? The first time I tried to start learning to drive, I'm talking fucking 2010, roughly, maybe beginning of 2011, and first lesson I couldn't even get round a corner. Oh shit, that's it. Couldn't get round the corner, no nothing. So you thought, you know what, second lesson, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put you on Broughton Roundabout. You fucking twat. Hi, you might thought that was bad. Preston Ring Road. But yeah.
Turn a corner, just explain to us, talk us through how you couldn't go around a corner. What was difficult about... For those of you who are listening now, I'm mimicking a steering wheel.
Yes, but it's going from stationary, right, to turn the corners to go up a fucking mega steep hill when you've never driven a car before in your life, apart from on a video game. It's lack of confidence as well as like, oh, okay, this is what I'm doing. But sometimes I don't respond very well to tuition.
I'm in real life now. I don't like it. Put me back in VR. Put me back in VR.
Well,
no.
Paul, the track's in the shape of an oval, so we're going to drive straight. We're going to turn to the left.
Another left turn. Another left turn. And another left turn. Another left. You can see why Americans like that sport, don't you? NASCAR. Yeah. Left turn. And another left turn. It's why they don't like the F1, because there's a right turn. No, chicanes. I don't like it.
Too complex.
Too complex while there's knee deep in a hot dog.
Yep. Oh, fucking hellfire.
For those of you Americans listening, I completely and utterly mean it.
It's alright, he's drinking a cup of tea right now, it's fine.
It's coffee.
We all have a...
It's decaf, so...
Oh, you fucking pansy.
I went to my mate's house to watch City one night, and all I drank it wasn't decaf coffee, much to I didn't know until I got home, and was violently ill and sick, and on the bog until about 2 o'clock in the morning, when I had work the next day.
Awesome.
So now I only drink decaf. You're welcome for that image, listeners.
to be fair, Paul came out of mine to watch Mania this year, yes. And even bought his own coffee machine.
Yeah.
Now, hang on, you're having a go at me for drinking decaf. You break around like, all right, George Clooney with your bloody espresso. Oh, fire!
Oh, better yet, he tapped out at, what was it, 4 in the morning?
5.
5, alright, 5, an hour off, sorry.
Yeah, 5.
And it went on till, 6, half 6, I think it was?
Yeah.
Me and Bunker were both fucked, like, I think we got 3 hours sleep each or something daft, like.
Yeah,
So
I was the same because I got up with the kids, so I was like, and then I don't know how I managed to cope the rest of that day. I really don't. I think
yeah,
I think I was more pissed about how bad I did on the predictions, if anything. So, but
Well,
yeah.
that's the thing. I mean, we were talking a lot about drugs in that predictions podcast, and if anything, I think me and Bunko, because I remember the absolute flack we took when we picked the Iconics. The absolute flack we took when we were accused on being on no less than ketamine by any chance. So right now, if you're listening, I don't think they are, but the Verve, fuck you, the drugs do work. Thank you very much.
to be fair, I thought I expecting you to come out and be like, yes, I have to admit I was on shrooms when I made those predictions.
Is it Harry Styles just admitted he took shrooms while writing songs?
He's a fucking shroom.
Fucking swat. I mean, we've got to be on shrooms to listen to his music, if I'm really honest.
Oh no, let's not waste any more breath on that. Whatever that is, that's creation of Simon Cowell's loins. Let's just not. Ugh.
Oh, that's not a nice image. I don't want to really. Yeah. But yeah.
Simon Cowell's test tube baby. That's what it is.
God. But yeah, right.
Yeah,
so,
come at me, Simon. Fucking day. Go on.
Yeah, if you don't sue us, sue him. But yeah,
they told me to say it. They told me to say it.
Not that's no way affiliates with R.A.D.
He's a guest. Officially, at the minute, he's still a guest. We can make it that way. We can make him disappear.
To be fair, if this goes viral, you've got no choice but to fucking keep me, really.
This is true. The new star of the show.
Yeah, get out of Slad Bible.
That's what what we're going for, listeners. The very high standards of Lad Bible.
Absolutely.
Oh mate, all you need is like a sat in GCSE. Well, not even in GCSE. You need a sat in English to write a fucking article for them. Alright. I've got a year 6 English. Great. When can you start? I've already written an article for you.
Once upon a time, there was a man who did cocaine. I don't know why I've done the accents. I don't know why.
There was a man who did cocaine. He then cut off his own penis and painted it orange. The penis is now on the wall for sale in London. Did we tell you about the time a man once fucked a shark?
I was gonna make a certain member of the Kardashian / Jenner family joke and regarding penises being chopped off. But anyway, moving on. Can we make one point? I don't care. I'll go after the Kardashians. I hate them. Also.
Dear.
Oh,
They're not going to listen to us.
I'm surprised they have no sort of thoughts. There's just one big hive mind of stupidity.
Yeah.
The kind of people you'd have to when we're eventually taken over by the alien races, will be penned into what will be known as the special section of a zoo.
Speaking of special people, I'm going to go and bring up a topic.
It's a Taurus.
It is about tourists, yes.
Yes.
Very stupid, fucking idiotic wankers that are tourists that come to Blackpool. Not you. Yeah, it was a viral video. Is it viral? I don't know what it's saying.
Pretty much. It's gone on lots of
It's been shared a bit.
regional things on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, shall we say it's regionally viral then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's regionally viral. It's like a rash. One singular rash. Yeah, there was a video that appeared I think it was yesterday.
Actually, there was two.
Two videos,
yes,
sorry, yes.
two.
Yeah, there was two. I don't think they were the same people. But yeah, there was footage of near South Pier was what the first one I saw. and there was fucking rubbish everywhere.
Disgusting.
It was everywhere, and the worst thing about it was the bins were empty. Every single bin in the area was empty. Now, there's a bit of a thing going, and there was another clip as well. I think it was opposite the waxworks around that area near Central Pier, where it was the same sort of scene. It was like rubbish fucking everywhere. I think it was on the beach as well, to be fair, this one on near Central Pier. I think the guy had gathered it all up, hadn't he? And took a video of it, of what he'd all picked up in the space of 2 hours. And it was like, it was mountains of fucking rubbish. But the more shocking one, I do think, was the one down South Shore, where the bins were completely empty. I mean, Blackpool Council had even provided a massive, like, skip-style bin. And there was literally 2 bin bags in there.
Yeah.
It was all over the place. Now, it goes down again, in my opinion. It's lack of respect for somebody's area. Like, I remember we're going back a couple of years or so now, when we had our conversation about the young farmers smashing the town up and causing fucking misery all over the place. It goes to show it's not just a certain group of people. It's a bigger problem. It's people. I think we described it as tourist brain, where people think, right, well, I'm not living here, so it's okay.
Yeah, but that goes beyond the capacity of just leaving rubbish. It's even going into places and not flushing the fucking toilet.
Yeah, this is it.
Right.
Go on, mate.
But even, funnily enough, a friend of mine and a listener of Lost Art texted me when he came. This is about a month ago. Mm-hmm. And he texted me just saying, Lord knows how you survive here. There's dickheads everywhere. Don't get me started on the staff in Cove Island.
Oh, God.
And I asked him for a bit of context. I think I did somewhere anyway. And he said everyone was so bloody rude. I said, yeah, it's just I think it's a Blackpool thing. He said, because I never experienced it. I said, but I was like, so I was sort of putting the idea forward. I was like, I was going to ask you guys, because I don't know if you're actually from here, not Daz or not, but
I am here now. Thing is, my family are from a different place in the world called Derry. So, yeah, lots of nervous laughter and nervous tension when I say it. My family are from Derry. It's fantastic. I love it. No, but it just comes down to common sense, respecting where you are. I mean, I can't think of like having a wrapper or a can or whatever in my hand and just drop it on the floor. I don't know what the thought process someone has from going, I'm just going to leave that there to. I don't get people. I don't understand.
Busy to pop, go bang.
Yeah.
It was
it's common bloody sense at the end of the day, and it's not the council's fault. Because let's be honest, they put the bins out there for the stuff to be put in, and they're ruddy empty. It's not like they were full and overflowing, and there's nowhere else to put them, which is what their excuse will be. It's common sense and respect for where you are.
It's not like they could even say they didn't know, because the fucking rubbish was by the bins.
Ooh.
It was piled up by the bins. The bins were empty. The guy even showed, look, you can fit this rubbish through the fucking slot. You know, it goes in. There's no excuse just to leave it there.
I would still put forward the notion, though, of like, is there... Do we as people from and living in Blackpool, is there some sort of like a... I don't know how to describe it, almost like a New York mentality, maybe? Of like... Whether it's...
Explain that one.
Sort of like if we give off... I don't know if it's whether we give off that notion of that, yes, we're from Blackpool, leave us alone, sort of thing. Because like my mate who came here, he said everyone was so rude and stuff. But then is it a thing of like, is it because he's not from here as well, or is it? Because rarely I've had people rarely if I walk through town, someone's been a knobhead to me, and like you can tell I'm not from here or anything. Like
I don't know. I think it'd be anywhere you go to, because at the end of the day, it's our doorstep, isn't it?
Well, that's what I mean, but it's like, do we give off that sort of vibe of like, yes, we're from here, yes, we live here, sort of thing?
I don't think that's the case, because like Anthony's just said, where's the thought process in dropping, like, for example, in this case, rubbish, regardless of whether it's someone that's from Blackpool or the area of Blackpool or
with that, the literal process is, well, someone else will pick it up for me.
Yeah.
No doubt, sort of thing. It'll be like, oh, the council will come and pick it up.
Yeah.
But
I mean, sometimes people just drop things and they don't realise they've done it. They might just stick it in the pocket. It might just fall out.
If you look at the guy's video, though, there was baby wipes.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Cans, yeah. Like,
people have just taken that, wiped a wipe on something, and
just thrown it.
Yeah, just lobbed it, and not without a care in the world. And it just comes down to that. Don't think whoever these people are clearly think they're better than the place that they're visiting for some strange reason. And I think that's a problem with society in general, really, thinking they don't have to do something because it's someone else's job.
Yeah. I mean, you think it's like, I'm a tourist, I'm here on my holiday, you will clean up after me, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you are here to service me and make sure I have a good time, so I have no responsibilities here. It could be that sort of thing. It could be a touristy resort. It could be that case. But like we said, we make the point of the young farmers. It's like, they will come here and they will smash it up and not have a worry in the world or a care or feel like they've got any responsibility, because they don't have to see that day in, day out, week in, week out. But if they say, for example, I just mentioned Longridge, some of the young farmers came from there. Could you imagine them smashing their own pubs up in their own little village, in their little town? They wouldn't do it, because they've got to live with that day in, day out. And it's the same sort of thing with these tourists littering shit everywhere. They don't have to live with it day in, day out, so they don't give a fuck. And that's all it is down to. They don't give a fuck about anyone else but themselves. They don't have to give a shit about the people like me, like Coxy, like yourself, Anthony. It's like, we have to see that week in, week out. And it gives our town a bad name, not the tourists. You say Blackpool's a shithole. Well, it's not. The people that come make it a shithole.
Well, the thing now is, though, you can. I've not looked at the comments, but you can probably go onto those videos and you'll probably see comments from locals saying like, "This is fucking tourists" or whatever. Like, and the tourists were the first ones to complain, saying, "Yo, it came. It was like there's rubbish everywhere and stuff." It's like, well, yeah, because you left it.
Yeah. But at the same time, let's call a spade a spade. Some of the locals around here are fucking disgusting as well. It's not all going to be tourists. It's a general respect thing, wherever you come from, just respecting the area. You know what I mean? Normally you'd think you would do it on your doorstep, but there are some people like that would give a fuck, and they just have no respect whatsoever. I am more inclined to believe, obviously, with being on where the location of this situation it would be somebody like tourists and things like that. But it's a general respect about where you live and where people live.
Yeah.
That's the thing that annoys me the most about it. It's like, it's a complete lack of respect for the people that got to see it day in, day out. You wouldn't want to do it where you live, so why do it anywhere else?
It's just a thought process of, I've got this crap in my hand. I'll just drop it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, you'll probably find as well. You probably figure out as well the same fuckers are donating to charities that are clearing up plastic from the sea. You know what I mean? It's just one of them things. It's tourist brain. You leave your regular brain at home.
But I think partially it probably comes down to the fact they'll be sat there, they'll be facing away from the sea or whatever, because it's windy, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll get a butty from Greg's or whatever. We'll go and sit on the seafront and we'll go and eat on the seafront or whatever. And then it's windy, so we'll face away from the seafront, or we'll watch the sea going out, or see what's the tide coming or whatever. And then they sit on the bit on like the headland or whatever, where there's those little
Stones.
walls and stones where you can sit on or whatever, because there's sort of the right height. But then it sort of comes that thing of like, what's behind them? It's like a patchy bit of grass. Right, well, I can't see a bin around anywhere because I can't bother actually fucking looking. So I'll just pop it here.
Oh, God forbid, just keep hold of it until you accidentally come across one. It's not like you say, it's not like there's no bins in Blackpool. They're all over the fucking place. You know, for example, even, you know, you could just like, right, like, well, for example, you may be at the Tower Headland and you think, right, well, I'm going to go to Coral Island now. There's bins inside Coral Island, even.
Yeah.
Where you go, there's places where you can bin stuff. If you went, for example, into a shop and you say, right, I've got this, have you got a bin? 9 times out of 10, they'll take it off and say, yeah, fuck it, I'll just put it in the bin.
Yeah.
You know, it's... What arsehole is going to turn around and go, no, you take your rubbish and fuck off with it?
Or keep it with you and then bin it at home.
Yeah. That's what I always do. Like I say, when I take the kids to the beach, you know, all the shit that we take with us, if it's disposable, we take it home and dispose of it at home. You know what I mean? Well, to be fair, it's my beach, isn't it? You don't shit on your own doorstep, but...
It's his beach, damn it! It's his beach!
Yes, to be fair, Shadow Man.
He wants it clean. He wants it clean.
To be fair, Shadow Man, you can literally put for your house, house listing, you can literally list it as like 2-minute walk from seafront.
It literally is as well. I mean, I'm fucked if there's a flood though, because if the sea comes in, there's a sort of wave. I live below sea level, so I'm fucked.
I think of living downhill just off Rugby Road.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty fucked. I mean, if you want an idea of my location stuff, I'm obviously not going to give you the address, fuck you all. I live near the cinema in Blackpool, so it's low-lying. Like, really low-lying.
That's what I said. Compared to, like, the rubbish happening, the earthquakes, the weather and the wind and the rain. Has anyone watched The Day After Tomorrow? That's essentially what's happening. That is essentially what is happening in Blackpool at the minute.
Yeah, it's the British version. It's the lower budget, but it's still you can still see it. It's still there.
I know what's happening with with Blackpool currently is essentially that video on Netflix of like a chicken in an oven that they did for Thanksgiving one year or Christmas, where it's like, oh no, was it April Fool's? Like, yeah, here's a chicken in the oven for an hour. It was going round like a rotisserie chicken. It's like, yeah, this is legit. This is April Fool's, and people actually watched it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the earthquake shit, anyway? By the way, just while just brought that up.
Segue, right?
Yeah.
It's weird. Well, I've never experienced one before. I didn't realise it was an earthquake. I thought one of the kids had just collapsed or something. Until but I went upstairs and I said to her, what was that banging all about? And she goes, what banging?
Yeah.
And there's me thinking, right, I'm clearly going absolutely mental and insane now. And then there's people posting on Facebook about there's been an earthquake. And I thought, oh, that must have been it. It was just a very weird thing to have. Not connected at all to the Cadrilla drilling site down the road. Not connected at all. It's completely unrelated to the hundreds of years without an earthquake, and then all of a sudden there is one now. You know. Christ.
I mean, back in the day, I was one of these people like, do you know what? Let fracking happen. It brings jobs, this, that, and the other. And it's actually got in. I'm like, well. It brings, this happens like, it brings jobs, it'll sort out infrastructure, this, that, and the other. Well, hang on a minute, what infrastructure have they fucking built, and what jobs have they provided? None! Not a dicky fucking bird. So I'm like, well, okay, right, so, alright, maybe they're false promises, and then all of a sudden the earthquakes are starting to happen. I'm like, And to be fair, I did not feel this 2.9 on the Richter scale.
I didn't either, to be fair.
You live closer to it than I do, as well. But I didn't feel a fucking thing. But apparently they felt it in Goosner.
Goosner?
They felt it in Goosner, which is like the other side of Preston.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, hang on a minute. I live literally 5 minutes away from Central Pier on foot. How the fuck did I not feel it? But, practically Beacon felt it.
Were you underwater at the time, considering where you live?
On the contrary, I'm closer to it because I'm further down. So
if there is an earthquake and there's a tsunami, you're the first to go. Let's establish that. Is that the new predictions thing? Who's the first to go if there is?
Oh, I'm fucked either way. Blackpool's fucked either way. I think we worked it out on a podcast once. We did like I think it was Xander that brought it up, wasn't it, or something about nuclear bombs and things like that. What cities got hit, would we be fucked? And we came to the conclusion that no matter what city or area got hit in the northwest, Blackpool's fucked, just because of where it is.
Just in case you are feeling depressed this week, listeners, and you want a nice uplift through the week, we're here for you, especially for you in Blackpool.
There's that website you can go on. I can't remember what it's called, but you can type in like your town or country or whatever, and you can pick like an area of like
doing this.
Say like, we'll go Manchester, and then we'll go for a 100 megaton bomb or whatever, and we'll see like the detonation zone, the fallout zone, all that sort of thing. It's like you're going for these higher and higher like megaton bombs. It's like it's creeping closer and closer toward Blackpool. You're like, shit, like we're part fallout here.
I'm going to say I'm not the most cheeriest person in the world, but it's going to take a lot of depression for me to be able to. I'm so depressed. Let's hope a nuclear bomb lands, so I can stand close enough to it that I'm just vaporized.
It just came up as a conversation topic, just on a random tangent, didn't it? It's just one of those things. It's what our show is for. We just tangents all over the place. Funny enough, that's what we've done. Some tourists to this. We've got from tourists.
From tourists to nuclear holocaust is fantastic. I love it. Nobody else does this. Thousands of podcasts and no one's going from tourism to nuclear holocaust within 10 minutes. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
what we
we're good.
Next, come on. I want to know. We just brilliantly onto Quidditch.
Fuck it, yes, Quidditch.
Tourism, nuclear holocaust, Quidditch. Really setting a good standard here.
So I believe it was your good self, wasn't it, that shared a video online? I think it was like a live stream of, was it like the Quidditch World Cup or something stupid?
Premier League.
The Quidditch.
Yeah.
What, is that established to have a fucking Premier League now?
Yeah,
okay.
Premier League of Quidditch.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to bore you with the team names. I discovered this a few years ago, then forgot about it, and I've remembered it again. I discovered that it's been a thing in America for a good couple of years now, and it was just a bunch of university students waddling round with what can only be described as a metre-long black rods between their legs.
He's not lying.
I'm genuinely not lying. You can watch this video. It's on Facebook. The Quidditch Premier League, yada yada. And they describe. I'll just read the object of the game, according to the rulesofsport.com for Quidditch.
Let me just stop you there for a second. For people who don't know, Quidditch is a supposedly fictional sport in the Harry Potter books.
Yeah, and then Americans got hold of it, and look what happened. And you wonder why Donald Trump is president. Because people take these ideas and think they're great, and they're not. And then at the end of the day, you're just going to look stupid doing it. Anyway. So, for those of you who are Harry Potter fans, you'll know what Quidditch is, but you have to score more points than your opponent. Fantastic. How do we do that? I'm going to tell you. I'm loving this, by the way. Players, and it generally just said, players do this by scoring goals, which is done by placing a slightly deflated volleyball, called a quaffle, into the opponent's baskets, giving them 10 points, and by capturing the golden snitch, which is worth 30 points. Now, the golden snitch, I'm going to cover that egg right about now. So, for those of you who have listened to Harry Potter, or have watched Harry Potter, and have read Harry Potter, you'll know that the golden snitch is this little metal ball thingy that flies around like some kind of mosquito, and some kid with glasses tries to catch it a lot. Sorry, he swallowed it in the first one. Anyway, right. Anyway, but no, in real life they can't invent this yet, of course, because magic doesn't exist. Again, Americans. So this fantastic idea, and I want you to just close your eyes, listeners, and imagine what I'm about to describe to you. The golden snitch is a tennis ball placed in a long yellow sock, which is then attached to a, quote, snitch runner. A snitch runner is a neutral player who tries to avoid each team's seeker, which is the only position to be able to catch the golden snitch. Capturing the golden snitch ends the game immediately. This is essentially a bloke dressed in yellow with a sock with a ball at the end of it running around, and they have to try and grab him. That's the golden snitch. Again, we're not worried about, litter or anything like that. The broomstick rules. Now, I have no qualms with holding a wooden stick in between your legs. However, all players must stay mounted on a broomstick, which can be made out of a variety of materials, including wood. Again, I have no problem with that. Wood, great material, love it. It's the next one I have, or PVC piping.
So basically, nicking your drain pipe.
Nicking your drain pipe.
Oh dear.
The broom must also be held between the legs at all times. It's just a bunch of university students holding a black rod in between the legs, running around, throwing a deflated volleyball at each other. That's what the quaffle is, or whatever. The bludgers, again, for those of you who are familiar with Harry Potter, I believe this is the one that's if you throw and knock them off the broom. Again, I'm speaking completely in the magical world of Harry Potter here, not the real world which we live in, which these things don't really exist. Bludgers! These are slightly deflated dodgeballs. Why is everything slightly deflated? I've just noticed. Including the social confidence of the people playing it.
Beat me fucking to that joke, you fucker.
Yes, I did just raise my hands and cheer. And can only be used by beaters. By beaters, again, it's go on, do the joke. I put and beaters, off you go.
We're talking about, we're talking broomsticks, beaters. What the fucking hell was the name for the word? For the ball?
The quaffle, there's bludgers.
Quaffle. Yeah, this is just full of sexual innuendo, this game, isn't it?
Again, university students, obviously. I'm guessing these aren't the kids on MTV at spring break. These are the ones who, wanted to be good at a sport. American football wasn't their thing. Baseball wasn't their thing. What else do they play over there? Rounders weren't their thing. Again, what else do you play? Chess, tic-tac-toe. I have no idea what you do over there. Presidential races. But they decided that...
Part of it sounds like they've just gone to the Bloodhound Gang Foxtrot uniform Charlie Kilo lyrics and picked random words and just been like, Bishrinkle, Quaffle, like, these will make do. Like,
I mean, J.K. Rowling, bless this woman's heart, has created this fantastic universe, and they are great books and they are great films. Let's be honest, they are quite good. But she must be watching this and going, what the bloody hell have I created? I mean...
No, she's rubbing her hands with glee going, hello, lawsuits.
No, she's probably getting some money out of it, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But the beaters, there are 3 bludgers on the pitch at any one time, and the beaters throw these at the opposition to... you'll see what I'm doing on the webcam. Knock them out.
Quotation fingers.
Yeah. Which means the opposition player has to stop what they are doing, dismount, because they were on a horse at the time, and run back to their own hoops and touch them before resuming play. I have a problem with the word dismount. They are running with a stick between the legs. They are not, so they've technically not mounted something. I'm presuming if you've mounted something, your legs aren't touching the ground like you're mounting a horse. You know, it'd be pretty stupid if you mounted a horse and pushed it along with your legs. It was a bit like the Flintstones when they'd get in the car. They don't mount the car and then run in it, did they? No. It really, because they had headbands on and sweatbands on the wrist. It was oh Jesus Christ, these people. What I really liked under the paragraph winning the game, and I love this sentence because anyway, I'll read it. There is a common misunderstanding in Quidditch. Yeah, the common misunderstanding is it's a magical fairy tale thing that you've brought into real life because maybe you're a bit lonely. That the team that captures the Golden Snitch is the team that wins the match. This is technically incorrect. Oh, God, well, bully me for assuming that. Oh, dear. I feel entirely silly for thinking that now. As the winner of the match is the team with the most points. Because the Snitch is worth 30 points and the game ends as soon as it captures... Oh, Jesus, whatever. Jesus, whatever. It obviously gets to a point... Oh, my God. Once the Golden Snitch is a sufficient distance away, in the judgment of the referee, again, then the referee will begin the game by shouting, again, brooms up. Brooms up. Which is also going to be the name of this podcast. Brooms up. Oh, jeez. I mean, look, I'm not going to poo-poo anyone's hobbies, like, but you must be some other kind of... Of course I have to poo-poo your hobby, let's be honest. I'm poo-pooing it now. This is a game out of a book that doesn't exist. It's never existed. This is all part of some woman's money packet. God bless her soul. You mean, it's the same people who run in between platform 9 and 10 in Queen's Cross. These are the same people that keep running into that platform, hoping that one day they may phase through it. No, you're going to break your nose. You're going to break your bloody nose. Oh,
yeah, bit of mild concussion there for you as well while you're at it.
And hence why this probably was...
Yeah, it's probably a result of a broken nose and mild concussion, isn't it? It's like, oh, I know what would be a great idea. Let's reenact the fucking Quidditch.
What I hate as well, it gives a list of sports below all these rules. And these are all genuine sports that I've genuinely heard of, that have genuine rules. I mean, even cricket's on there, and we all know that's just absolutely mental. I know, fair. I've recently retired from cricket, which I couldn't be any happier about. And watching it, I can watch it, that's fine, because it's just one massive drinking session. But playing it is the most painful, even when you're winning. It's the most slow, painful thing I've ever had the displeasure of doing. I've played it for, 27, started when I was about, let's call it 18 years I've been playing it. It's painful. I mean, lacrosse is on here, for God's sake. Pickleball. Sorry, I'm clicking on pickleball now.
What the fuck is pickleball? Yeah, you've got... Yeah.
Well, from the picture, I'm going to show the picture up to the
webcam.
Yeah. I think it's just normal... It looks like normal tennis, but with table tennis rackets.
So basically, it's just tennis in expert mode.
tennis in expert mode. So what's Quidditch?
It looks like tennis with like a swing ball bat.
Yeah.
How good is? There's probably a swing ball world championships. Why not? Let's go for this.
Yeah. My brother, who sometimes appears on the Christmas specials, wants to do the the World Black Pudding Throwing Championships
That sounds
coming
amazing.
up soon. It's somewhere in Lancashire, and you have to knock a Yorkshire pudding off the top of a lamppost or something. It's a quid a go or quid a person to enter or something, and you have to throw a black pudding at this bloody Yorkshire pudding. If you get it off, you win 100 quid.
I'm so down for that.
So
That's something we could vlog and make some kind of video off. Or to be honest, by the time we've done it, we've probably spent 200 quid.
That's just on the beer.
And it will get to a point where I'll just get so fecked off I'll never look at a black pudding again. Or lamppost or Yorkshire pudding.
Christ is good at his little obscure stuff. I mean, he's done, like I say, he's done the gravy wrestling, hasn't he? So
he's done gravy wrestling twice, I want to say.
Yeah.
Gravy wrestling. Oh,
Right.
Jesus Christ. I'm opening a kettle of worms with this.
He did White Collar 1.
Yeah. He did do White Collar 1. He had a mirror match with Big T.
Yeah.
So I just got the word gravy wrestling, and there's a show in America called Bar Rescue. You think of it like Kitchen Nightmares, but with bars. And I remember seeing something like this, but the two of the barmaids were wrestling in spaghetti. What I can only describe as spaghetti carbonara.
Oh, lovely.
And when you said gravy wrestling, I just thought, again, Americans.
It's Quidditch all over again.
I've got family in America, and I do. I love you, I love you deep down. But come on, I think Al Murray put it best: is that America is a good idea that's got a bit out of hand. And I think just need to calm down. Just think about what you're doing. You know, look who's your president, look who's your leader. Saying that, we've no room to talk at the minute. But, I know, who thought we've got Boris and Donald at the helm? Leader of the free world and leader of the England. Well, and Wales, let's be honest. Probably Scotland for another, well, until they put their ideas up and get another referendum. I mean, England used to own the world. They used to have an empire. They were fantastic. And then, you know, everyone just started getting antsy and wanted independence. And then here we are now. I mean, France. I'm working my way around the bleeding world with the countries I'm offending in. I'm disappointed I've started with America, really, because normally I start with France. I say normally like I do this every week.
It's got a fucking weekly routine.
Starts a new job. You know where I hate? France.
No, but it's that thing where the world's just absolutely bonkers at the minute. The leader of the free world is an orange man with a rug for hair. And this guy's famous for. He does didn't he do the American version of The Apprentice?
Yeah, he started The Apprentice, yeah.
If you've watched The Apprentice, anyone, it's a good TV show. Again, it's got a bit out of hand. It shows people who've got a business degree think they're really clever. I actually quite got into it last year. It was actually quite.
You need to follow up with hilarity ensues of like, yeah, I'm a great negotiator. Walks into a shop of like, we need to buy a kilogram of tea. Well, there's this one.
Kilogram, yeah.
It always is. It's like we need to buy like 10 kilograms of like Earl Grey tea or something. And they go to like the most expensive shop and like, yeah, how much is like 10 kilograms? They go, it's £100. Like, we'll do you 20. But they're like, no, it's 100. Yeah, we'll give you 20. Well, no, it's not up for negotiation. And then it's sort of like, oh, well, it's like, oh, I'm really great at negotiating. I thought I had this in the bag, but this guy didn't want to play. He was playing hard to get. And then one of the other team members comes on and goes, yeah, he didn't know what he was doing at all. He didn't have a clue, like, because he's a negotiator. And the other, like, the Alan Sugar's, like, right-hand woman or whatever comes on and goes, They're wasting time.
Oh,
Right.
that's that R.A.D woman that owns West Ham, isn't it?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, and that's for her. No, I'm joking. I've got nothing against. What? Have I? Come back to me at the end of the podcast. I'll think of something. Whoever you are, I will offend you. I'll find something to offend you with.
But it's always that same thing of like, there's like the one who's like, I'm the good negotiator. And it's like, you're shit at negotiating. There's always the one who's like, oh, I'm great at like business, like marketing and advertising stuff. And it's like, yeah, you got to record an advert. And it's like, it was shit.
I hate the way they use the word, it's time to negotiate. No, you're haggling. Negotiating is talking someone down from a bridge or out of a, get a hostage. That's a negotiator, yeah? Hostage situation. They're negotiators. You know why? Because they're called negotiators. Anyway, they're haggling. That's all they're doing. They're haggling. I can haggle. Anyone can haggle. Yeah? But I'm not talking someone down from a bridge. Heck that. If anything, if I pipe up, it might make them want to. Anyway, carry on.
I'd love to see you on The Apprentice now, not Daz. Just be like, walk into a shop in that middle of London. Go, right, we need to get a hat. Right, mate, I'll haggle with you. It's like, there or there's like, yes, we're going to a shop to negotiate. You're like, no, we're haggling.
We're haggling, it's not negotiating. Who's jumping up? We're going in. Who's jumping off top of it?
Thing is, I can just about watch them people for an hour on TV once a week. If I'd have to live with them, I don't know how long it's filmed, but I'm going to say a month, whatever. I couldn't live with them people for a month. I'd end up walking out or doing something even worse. I mean, they talk about I hate the way, and this happens on a lot of TV shows. They all act like they're mates. You've known each other for a week. Calm down. Just calm down. It's just like, I really feel we connect on a business level. Hey, what? What do you mean? No, you've known each other a week. You think that each other are quite attractive. Get over yourself.
It's like this Love Island shit, isn't it? I mean, when Mrs. used to watching it this year, it's like, I use the L word on this person. You've known them about 4 weeks. How the fuck do you know?
Side note, on the Love Island thing, YouTuber Will N.E. Invents a whole thing to like a company and a product and everything, and tries to get the people of Love Island to endorse it. It's not real. It's all an anagram of, like, I can't remember what it was, but it's his latest video. It's just an anagram of just such as like dicks, and he's just rearranged letters into a company name. And these people are charging, what I saw, the one I can remember, was £400 for free stories on Instagram. That's what you're dealing in. That's what your life has come to. Evolution, Charles Darwin and all that malarkey. God, the Bible, whatever you believe in. Everything has led up to, I'm going to earn money by filming myself talking about something. And talking about something that doesn't exist. These people are, and the fact that they've gone onto Love Island in the first place.
Oh. Think about it. It could be worse. You could be a Quidditch pundit.
But that kind of goes...
that bloke was so awkward who was doing it. he did not look. He looked more comfortable taking a shit in front of the waking world than doing that.
This kind of stems back to like when we said about influencers
Instagram
and stuff. Yeah, influencers on the old episode, and there's stuff like they'll always like the post like, oh yeah, I've just been sent this thing through by this company, and like, thanks for sending it to me and stuff. It's like, well, did you order it, or did they send it to you because they're paying you to plug them, sort of thing. But then there's that blogger, well, that YouTuber, he says with quotation fingers, who they messaged a hotel in Dublin saying like, yeah, we want to come and stay at your hotel, and in return we'll do a vlog of your hotel, in return for like a free like weekend stay, but we want like the suite and all this sort of thing. And they were like, well, no, because you're not just coming here for free and then slagging us off. Like, or it was like as if in return for like a free stay or whatever, because she was like, oh, I was planning to book it for my boyfriend or this sort of thing, like, and then he went, like, the owner of the hotel, like a massive rant, saying like, yeah, no more vloggers will be welcome here, and please do not message us asking for free business or this sort of thing, 'cause it's not welcome, and the answer is no. And then the woman got all defensive and upset on the channel, going, no, they said I was like all this, and it's like, well, no, the letter's there, love. You emailed them asking for free stuff that they then said no, so you took it personally. Right.
I hate the term influencers as well. The fact that these people are influencing other like kids, etc., is the most ridiculous thing. All it's doing is teaching kids. All you need to do in life is post rubbish on Instagram, and you'll make a living. Sod going out and grafting, and doing proper work, like I was taught, because I didn't have Facebook going when I was growing up. You're taught to graft, you're taught to work. You're not taught to post the best picture or get the best endorsement. I mean, gone are the days where celebrities, you had to be good at something to be famous. All these people are good at are
flashing the tits.
Yeah. even the blokes.
Yeah, even the blokes.
But that's again the point I'm getting at. These are being called influencers. The fact that they've got that term, influencers, Instagram influencers, Facebook influencers, YouTube influencers, whatever you want to call it, or whatever platform they do use, is that is probably, and I think that does link to the disrespect in what we talked about before. You might be tourists, probably are. The littering, the just disrespect, even amongst communities now. Everyone's suspicious of each other. I mean, people will dare walk down the road now, and if someone looks at you from across the road, you're thinking they're up to something, and they're going to cross the road and thump you. That's unfortunately the world we live in, and it's these people who are influencers that I think are not creating it, but encouraging it, and are not doing anything to sort of stop people from thinking very insecure things. And I think they do, because I think these influencers put an image out of their lives as they are now. They might be well off. They probably are well off. No, they've got celeb status off. They're going to be probably well off. And that's the standard of life that people want. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. It certainly won't work like that with a click of the fingers. It won't work like that because you get on a TV show and you got lucky. It don't work like that. And kids today are unfortunately getting that image of life, unfortunately. They're not seeing the work hard, go to university, get a job, and going through that. Or even college, or even getting an apprenticeship. They're not even bothering with that anymore. They are just looking at these people who are vlogging, or I don't know the proper technical terms for it, the Instagramming thing, and think, oh, it's that easy. It's that easy, I'll go and do that. It's that easy. I don't need to do it. I'll just post lots of crap on Instagram.
What people don't realise as well when they're looking at that and they're getting sort of like, they're drawn into that sort of world and they want to do this and they want to do that, that's got an expiry date. Something else is going to come along at some point and going to supersede that. Now, say they do get started out on that and, they do start getting sort of like a living from that, and something comes along and that's what they've been doing, what the fuck are they going to do after that? Do you know what I mean? It's like they might earn a living enough to make a living to get by, and maybe maybe a little bit of luxury here and there, but that won't last forever because times change. I've
seen a couple of people on like who was like Lad Bible, some who was like influencers, in quotation fingers. Were like, oh well, people think it's just I just take pictures and post them on the internet and stuff. It's like, oh, but there's more to it than that, 'cause I have to do all my marketing or this sort of thing. Like, but then they're complaining, oh, I work like 60, 70 hours a week, and it's like, well,
You don't.
Do you
don't.
really though? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
60, 70 minutes maybe. I cannot see him having full-time hours on. I don't see it, and unfortunately, people are falling for it. Thankfully, we aren't.
one of TDM's stepkids, TDM said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And he's like, "I want to be a YouTuber." It's like, seriously? He's like, that's the level it sunk to. Like, I want to be a YouTuber.
It's hard to make a living on YouTube now, though. If you do not fit a certain criteria on YouTube now, you can't make them.
Well, this is it. You've got to, well, it's not only that you got to get X amount of subscribers. Mm-hmm. You've got to get X amount of people watching your videos per. You got X amount of hours per video or something. You have X amount of people watching your videos, and you got to have X amount of followers on other social medias, and you got to have X amount of followers on Twitter, and people watching you on other bloody platforms and stuff. Like, it's fucking daft. Like, the problem nowadays is there is nothing on YouTube that hasn't already been done that is making people go, I would have watched this, apart from like PewDiePie. But I've never watched this stuff, and
even my idea
I don't
that
know
I had,
who he is.
Even my idea that I started off and then never got round to actually properly doing it proper was that, you remember we were talking about R.A.D, Random Ass Gaming, that I was going to start up, and I did a couple of videos on it because I was going to do what I call the real career mode on Formula 1, where I was going to start on F1 2010 and work my way through every single game. Like it would be like, for example, if I did the career 2010, I'd obviously move on to 2011. And going by my performance from 2010 would assess what team I would drive for in 2011 and so on and so forth. Going through the whole lot up until the modern day Formula 1 games. There's somebody that's actually just come out and started doing that properly on a Twitch stream. Who I actually know. So it's like even those sorts of ideas are drying up now.
Well, it's not only that. It's like, if you want, I'm going to say someone said, I'm going to do a playthrough of this game. It's been done already. So what is different? Say if someone's playing like Spider-Man on PS4. What are you doing differently? I think we're going to watch compared to this person who's already got 50 subscribers and 2 million views per video.
Yeah. Start offending people.
There's that as well, but when you say that as well.
Welcome to episode 1. Here's where I offend the French.
Yeah. But
no, let's start with your own country first. Get them. Show that you're not full of yourself. You know, offend your own country first. Then go on to everyone else. Sure, it looked hopeless, but we kept fighting, surrendering guests. Anyway, carry on.
But yeah, okay. But yeah, bringing up your point about, obviously, you say, for example, on Twitch or something like that, whatever you're doing, you're streaming a video game that a lot of people have watched a lot. Say, for example, I don't know, one that's relatively commonly done.
Go for the most common one, Fortnite.
Fortnite, there you go. Right, we'll go with Fortnite, even though it's a load of shit, that game. You'll have different people, obviously, stream, but it goes down to the personality of the streamer. If they're doing, like, a running commentary and things like that, and what they're doing, like, one good one that I know of that I watch, and I probably will watch tonight as well, because it's got a stream on tonight, is Jason Paradise on Guitar Hero. Now, it's a dead game, essentially, but he's developed sort of like a freebie game on the PC, will help develop it, called Clone Hero. And what it is lots of people like make their own charts for songs, import them into the game, and you can just basically you can play anything you want. And there's different people that do the same game and play the same songs. And it's obviously the same note chart. It's the same music that you're listening to. It's the same game. But they're not as entertaining as Jason Paradise because it's his personality, the way he interacts with his chat, the way he plays the game. things like that. It's for me, what makes it different is the personality of the person that's actually playing the game.
Yeah.
I mean, you could watch. I could sit there and watch Jason Paradise, but I go, do you know what? There's no Jason Paradise today, so I'm going to watch another streamer. And if it's just him, a guy playing a game in silence, it's not going to be anywhere near as interesting.
I want to make a mention here. Actually, you just reminded me of a certain YouTuber. I don't know.
Stop advertising other people. Get them to pay us first. God damn it.
Oh no, this isn't advertising. This is. I'm not even gonna. I don't want to mention their channel. We refer to them as a nickname, and Paul will know who I mean when I say that.
Yes, I think I do.
Whether you'll know of them or not, Daz, I'm not sure. And luckily, it's not real Daz. It's a man known only by one name, and the name is Dick Fate.
Yes.
And he's a regular at PCW shows. He goes to wrestling shows up and down like the Northwest.
He knows. He's twigged it.
And
yeah. No, I know what you mean. Oh, good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but his channel now, I'm looking at here. He's got 76 subscribers and 1,000.
Fucking hell.
Oh no, 76 subscribers and over 1,000 videos.
Are these 76 real people? Because if they are, I'm logging off now. I'm booking a coffin, and what? I mean, 1,000 videos. God in heaven, for 76 people.
But the problem is though, he has 76 subscribers apparently. And if you look at the views that he's getting, and
please tell me they're lower. Please tell me they're lower than the subscriber count. Please tell me they're lower than the subscriber count.
Oh well, let's have a look through. So we have a video from 5 months ago, 6 views.
Yes, there is a God. There is a God, or whatever anyone else believes in. There is that. There's that.
There is a deity.
There's a deity. Can we play higher or lower?
Alright, we got a video from 3 months ago. Higher or lower?
Lower. Please lower.
3 views.
Yes! I'm so good at this game.
Is the AEW Double or Nothing review higher or lower?
I'm going to say higher because he's clickbaited it, I think.
16 views.
Yeah, see, there we are then. In fact, that's the worst clickbait I've ever seen in my life.
Oh no. Just wait. Pinned while sleeping, higher or lower?
Oh, please, lower.
Oh, I know this video. I was about to bring this video up.
Saying that, if you've... Yeah. Nobody said that, and the fact that lots of people may have seen it or it's been seen multiple times because of what it is. So I'm going to say higher.
15 views.
Oh,
I mean, so he managed to pin himself.
I got beaten in the bath.
What? Oh my God! Please. Oh no. Oh.
Higher or lower?
Lower, please, lower.
Higher, 16.
I missed that whole bit of conversation because I laughed so hard I actually pulled the cable out of my
out of you what?
out of my headphones.
Alright, steady now.
Oh, dear.
Oh Jesus! Oh, it'd be a good game to play if we keep that going, please.
But there's one way he's called out someone who I've got blocked due to fuckery. And it's the video actually names the person, and I watched this video and it pretty much is him for the majority of it. Well, for the first about 5 minutes or so, basically saying like.
Oh, have we lost him?
He's gone. No.
No.
No. Whoa. Hey.
That's a life then.
Oh my God.
What happened to him?
Well, we are being taken over by robots now. We're all gonna. We are. Yes, the apocalypse is now, people. If you've watched Terminator 3, you'll know what to do.
I think Dick Fate may have got him. I think
Dick Fate has corrupted us. On a serious note, it's Coxy, okay? Can we just...
Did I spaz out or something?
Yeah.
You did, yeah. You may have to restart that section.
Balls. Yeah, there's a video someone me and Paul blocked, or have blocked.
Oh, I know who you're on about now.
But in this, he's named them in the video description, and it's the entire video, or well, the first 2 or 3 minutes of the video is literally him in a mask going, share and like this video. Like and share.
All I can tell from the bloke is he's not well. That's just...
We know, but
he's
like,
not well.
It's a whole thing where he's like, it's almost like an ASMR video of like him just going like and share this video. Share and like. And if you'll check the chat, you should check the chat. I've posted one of the videos.
Oh, don't! I'm gonna have to watch this now.
Oh no! I saw the link come up and I immediately thought, no, I'm looking.
Oh, we're gonna are we going to? Oh, I got beaten in the bath. Is that the same? Is this the video we're on about?
Yeah. Well, that's not that video, but this is one of the videos that you need to check out.
Oh right. I'm just looking it up now. It's loading now. It may take a minute or so.
I'm going to find the other one for you while you're looking for that, so you and Ant can watch.
Oh, yes, I'm so happy.
But yes, this is going to make a nice climax to the show, I think.
Yeah. That big anti-climax.
Yes, you know when he's getting beaten in the bath.
Can we please rephrase from using the phrase "beaten in the bath," please? Because I don't get a very nice image when that.
Yeah, he says I got beaten in the bath. Have you seen the thumbnail?
Is that because we refer to him as Dick Fate? Dick has been beaten in the bath.
Oh God! I say some shit, but whatever these lot are saying right now, my God.
Oh no. So yeah, I'm just watching the video now. He has the belt. He has it over, like sort of. He's nodding at the camera. He's in the bath. He's looking up.
Oh, no, I don't want to see. I don't want to. Can we just leave the phrase "in the bath" out of it altogether, please?
No, because you need to discuss Dick being beaten in the bath.
I've just turned the volume down a little bit. I'll give him credit where credit's due. His audio is quite good.
Oh God in heaven!
I'm just trying to fast forward to the bit where he somehow gets
go back to offending people. Can we go back to offending people, please? I was much happier in that space. I was much happier.
Oh my God! I've just got to skip forward a bit. Obviously, you can tell you're on YouTube. You obviously, when you click on the progress bar sort of thing, where you're in the video, it has like a little screenshot, doesn't it, of where you are. Yeah. And I've just gone from the bit before the camera sort of like goes up to look towards the ceiling. And it goes up, and all you hear at that point is splash, and then you're going, oh, splash, oh, oh. Adam, what are you doing? All I'm going to say is I implore you to skip forward to around about 2 minutes and 5 seconds and watch from there.
I'm going to say I'm going to do this in my own time. and I will look at this in my own time. You know, God knows I've got enough of it. Do I seek help now or after I've watched them? Or will it just be an ongoing thing of counselling and all that?
I would book it in early.
Right, okay, so
you'll probably turn up to the Christmas special and be like, why the fuck did I watch that back in August?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you two idiots told me to.
You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to end up in his crap sack, don't you? It's going to be a DVD that's burnt, and it's going to be a best hits of Dick Fate's videos.
Greatest,
do not tempt me.
Oh, we should do a running commentary one day. Dick Fate's greatest moments.
No. No. Oh, yes. What would you like to see, listeners? What would you like to hear us do? Oh, my God. Whatever it is, it sounds absolutely catastrophic. See, the difference with me is I offend a general group of people. I like to, group people up. You go after individuals.
See, we're like hitmen. Podcast hitmen.
People are going to be like, I'm offended. No, you're a part of that group. It's general, so it includes you, so you're fine.
Yeah, whereas we go, yeah, I'm offended, yes.
You, that person, individual, you.
You, one person, it's yes, because we're aiming it at you.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, this person probably doesn't know.
Oh, no, they don't listen to podcasts, so...
Oh, we're alright then. It's sort of like a little private inside joke, I guess, but there you go.
They asked if they can listen to a podcast. Not listen. They asked if they can join a podcast once, and I was like,
No.
"What can you bring? What can you bring to it?" And I was like, "But so for now, no." And they're like, "Okay." So how can I get more views on my YouTube? Like,
stop doing it.
stop doing stupid shit. And they're like, "Okay." But that gets views. I'm like, it doesn't. It gets you like one view.
Yeah.
But then he kept running over to me at the last show I went to, which is the White Collar 5 show, and he's like, "What's the name of that guy?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And then he sat there on his phone, just like typing away, and he's like, "This was a good match." He's like, "You didn't watch it. You spent half the time looking at your phone." Like,
this was a good match because it had Rob Van Dam in it. 5 stars.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just one of them.
One of them.
One of them. Oh God.
what do you think about that? Is he a YouTuber or is he just a Facebook famous guy that's superhuman?
Oh, I think it's Facebook. I don't know. I oddly like him. It's weird.
But have you seen the news that he's appearing at GCW?
Doesn't shock me because he's supposed to be agent, isn't he?
Well, no, he's appearing at GCW Game Changer. He's appearing at the Joey Janela Curtain Call show.
Oh God.
But then he's also been booked in a match for another company that Joey Ryan's in.
He's gonna get dick flipped, isn't he?
Well, I said this on the group chat I'm on with some other friends, and there's like, I said he's going to be the one taking the dick flip, and he's going to do the whole thing where he literally ends up taking his shirt off, gets Joey Ryan by the dick, and then just goes "fuck this shit," and ends up taking the dick flip, and everyone loses their minds, and Jim Cornette dies of a heart attack. But
yeah,
because he just can't take wrestling anymore, so either that or he puts a gun in his mouth,
just blows his fucking brains out. Because Superhuman took a dick flip. Yeah.
Because like, the guy's not a wrestler, and Joey Ryan isn't entertaining or a wrestler himself, and Joey Ryan's like the one who's recently gone and like, well, wrestling is performance art. Hence why the biggest company in the world has the performance center and not the wrestling school.
He's not wrong, to be fair.
So.
But yeah, he's still wrong. He's not wrong, but he is wrong. Just like Willie Seagull.
Mm.
It is my art. No, your art will kill you, idiot. Oh, God. Right. Ugh. So, yeah, we are hitting an hour. Bloody hell, we've managed nearly 2 hours.
Oh, we're great.
Oh, yes.
Now on to the Russians. No, I'm joking. No, I ain't touching them. No way. No, I love Russian people, and I love Russian people. You're fantastic. Please don't attack me.
Yes. So on that note, I think we should start wrapping this up. I think because I did aim for an hour and a half. We've done a little bit over. I think we're good. I think we're good. So, Anthony, you any plugs?
Have there any plugs? Yeah, there's a few in this. There's two in the socket to the left of me. Sorry, it was a cheap joke. Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm on Twitter at the real not Daz now. Yes, that was set up. It was set up. It is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. I am the real not Daz compared to the fake not Daz. Don't follow him. Please don't follow him. Follow the real not Daz. And stay away from my Facebook. And everything I've said is 100% not true. Even the lies, they're not true. The truth isn't true. File complaints to anyone, really. File your complaints to your nearest loved one. That's what I say.
Absolutely.
I was really hoping you'd follow that with, Hulk Hogan, we're coming for you.
Wait, right, okay. I want this thing to go far. I want us to do really, really well, but I ain't saying that. And if you're listening, Hulk, he's passed out by now.
He's past his bedtime.
I want a bedtime story, brother. Oh God. Oh.
And Daddy Bear said, "Who's been sitting in my chair, brother?"
And go let down your hair, brother. Down your hair. And I'll blow your house. Oh no, wait, whoa. No. Too far again.
Oh,
Who's
no.
that sleeping in my bed? It's Bubba the Love Sponge, man. Yeah.
Coxy plugs, quick.
Hey, tell me I'm wrong, people. Tell me I'm wrong. He got a good deal out of that anyway. What's he complaining about?
Why's your new wife like your daughter?
Oh, fuck.
Oh. You just calm down now. No need for that. No need. Too far, Tony. Too far.
Never too far.
It's a Max and Paddy reference.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Coxy will get that.
Tony. Too far. He was asthmatic. Anyway. I'll just talk. Wrap it up. I'll just talk about Phoenix Night. Go.
Speaking of Phoenix Nights, Paul.
Yes.
When are we debuting our new show?
Oh, when you're ready.
Well, you watched episode 1 yet?
No, but I have found the 2 DVDs to watch.
We'll get episode 1 watched and then we'll do the pilot.
Sounds good for me. I'm on that tomorrow night.
Yes, folks.
Sorry, all these quotes going through me. What about Tommy Dick Fingers? Right, yeah, found him in a wheelie bin. 2 snooker balls for eyes.
No, Brian, the cock's optional.
Prostitutes are rough in Amsterdam. First one I went with made me wash my old man in the sink. You took your dad. Sets for your head.
One of the best lines that had me absolutely roaring laughing one time was when they got they're all watching TV on QVC or whatever it is, that rip-off channel.
Yeah.
And Max Bar's diving watch, and he goes, "Oh, shit amount of oxygen." It's not even it's actually like a diver's watch. He's just stood there. Oh, shit.
Diver's watch, yeah.
But you pissed on your Mr. Chips, eh, Roy?
Whoa. Am I eyes deceiving me, Jerry? Or have you got to my builders singing Acapulco? Get down the pair of you. Get down the pair of you. Go on, get grafted. Hey, lads, you want to sing in the funeral? It's coming.
Oh, me angina.
You're killing me! Killing me!
Who the hell's that? That's you. That's not me, son. Brain Potter? Who's Brain Potter? Look, it's there again. Brain Potter. That's a bright. No, it's his brain, son. Brain Potter. So yes, hopefully coming before the end of the year when Paul watches Phoenix Nights. It will take us like 2 years.
Yeah.
We are going to be launching the Phoenix Cast.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
It'll be coming in your ears soon.
Yeah.
Arriving in your ears.
Just like Chorley FM used to be.
Yeah. Was that actually a thing?
It was.
It was a legit radio station coming in your ears.
Arriving in your ears. I'm arriving! I'm arriving! Again, that's the tagline you can have for this podcast is, I'm arriving!
Well, it's eventually like the R.A.D. reboot, so...
Yeah. Are we starting from episode 1 again? I think it makes sense.
We'll go like season 2 episode.
Yeah!
Or some bullshit.
We'll figure it out.
A season of optimism and...
Offensive language.
Yeah, we'll go after everyone.
Why not?
Yeah, give us a list of people to go after. We'll go after them.
Yeah, we don't discriminate.
No. We'll insult everyone. Yeah.
We'll just start the season, not Daz's.
I've really enjoyed being on this one and only podcast.
It's your second, or is it second? Yeah.
Oh, technically second, yeah, but yeah, I'm very happy to kill off the series before it's been started.
Oh dear me. Oh. But yeah, go and plug yourself. We will sign off by the end of the night.
Go plug yourself.
Yeah, we might end up plugging ourselves then into this fucking episode. Jesus.
Fuck me.
Before we go, that just remind me of I was browsing through Reddit at work the other week on my dinner, and one of the topics it was on Ask Reddit, and it came up with it's like what's the politest way to tell someone to go fuck themselves, or the alternate way. And there's one like a solicitor or something was like in America was like, I use govern yourself accordingly in my emails all the time. It's like a lawyer term for go fuck yourself, because the amount of times I got shitty paperwork sent through, and I just follow up with response with govern yourself accordingly. And then but there was one guy who was like, oh my granddad worked at this shop or this factory or something. He said this like young lad started one day and he was wanting to start a fight with anyone. There we go. And
dramatic pause.
I was going to ask if I wanted a bro. So. His 76-year-old granddad looked this like kid in the square in the face and just said, "I'll bury you in the woods." So all week at work, I've just been saying if someone's like really annoying me, I'll just be like, "I'll bury you in the woods." Like what? It's like yeah, bury you in the woods. So. So yeah, Paul.
I'm still not over go plug yourself. It's just the way you said it. It's just like Chris just went start and then yeah, go plug yourself. Oh, heck me. It was almost like the funniest thing, and this is probably going to be the last thing for me. Is on Father Ted, and it was a Eurovision Song Contest episode. And before the actual show, Father Ted and Dougal's song, there's a list of obviously made up, but the one that really killed me was the Drums of Africa are calling me home. My father Brian O'Donnell. It was just the drums of Africa calling me home. And oh, good God. Watch Father Ted. If you don't watch Father Ted, you're not living. That's how all Irish people sound. All Irish people act. We're all vicars over there. We don't care. Here you're racist now, Father. This podcast, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You know what you do, Daz? Go plug yourself.
Go plug yourself. Everyone who's listening, go plug yourself. I'm so sorry. Disclaimer, I'm really, really sorry, sort of.
I think we may have a title.
Go
just gonna be a massive apology from myself, or just go plug yourself. That's people just want to listen to 2 hours worth of us talking, and then hearing the tagline, "Don't plug yourself." So that's why they called it that.
Oh God.
So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
You can find the Lost Art of Podcasting on Spreaker, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, Podcoin. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter at Lost Art Podcast, Instagram Lost Art Podcasting, and yeah.
You're everywhere.
Check us out. Yeah. Same with Lost Art Wrestling. Same places, but Twitter is at LAOW Podcast.
Right, and that only leaves me, which is you can actually find the R.A.D. Live podcast Twitter, which is now active again, at R.A.D. Live, and you can find us on Facebook. I'm trying to remember my plugs off the top of my head. It's been a while. But yes, you can find us on Facebook. Just search for R.A.D. Live. You can find us on, like I say, on Twitter. We are on Spreaker, YouTube, iTunes, Podcoin, and where you can find good podcasts, basically. So yeah.
And not so good podcasts for the people who aren't so.
This is true.
Yeah. We don't want to group us all into the good section, you know.
Well,
there's other people out there who aren't as good as we are, who don't do as good as we are,
well,
and we'll offend them in next week's episode.
So we are on the same platform as Dick Fate, so unfortunately we are on YouTube.
Like I said, there's other people who aren't so good at this.
And on that note,
I really hope more than 16 people who listen to this. I really do.
You never know. But on that note, we'll leave it there. And I've been Paul, the fat guy, fucking guy, Flinders.
I've been the lost one.
And I've been Not Daz.
And you've been listening to Random Ass Discussion. Thank you for listening. Good night.